I'm Ryan. I'm from, I guess, like Leatherhead, but like London as well, but also Bristol I've lived in for a while. Yeah, England is a safe answer. I mean, it was probably just like old Hemlock, like old Hemlock stuff. That was like my first like interaction with the type of music that I was like, oh, this is like fun, interesting, and it's like kind of danceable as well. And it was like using like funny noises and stuff, just humor, to be honest. Like, I'm not a very serious guy, so like I just make stuff that is sort of just a bit like weird and interesting. So I guess like humor is definitely an outside influence other than music. Actually, I'm always going to just show love to David Byrne. So David Byrne is a massive influence of mine. Talking Heads, mate, you're doing the suit dance. Yeah, I mean, pretty insane stuff. I like the way he just like puts the song together. So I kind of bring that into what I do sometimes. I try and look for like different angles. Yeah. I mean, there's the obvious one, Corsica.
Yeah.
That's like, I guess, probably the main one. The obvious answer is usually the best one, right? 100%. Yeah. I would say that my process for making something for myself is I'll literally, I like, so a lot of my stuff has breaks in it, so I'll just like drag a break in somewhere and then just like chop it. I spend a lot of time just like chopping the break. I don't think it like differs that much when I'm making a remix. Like, I'll just look for something that I really like in the original tune, like the stems and stuff, and I'll just like drag it and cut it and kind of like find a groove within it, like that's sort of different from what it kind of originally was. I don't think it's necessarily like different from what I usually do. It's just that I've got like a nice set of stems to already play with. So I think that's probably the main difference. Bring by Randomer. Yeah, loads, but one just like springs to mind because I used to have a dog. She used to be on a lot of my artworks, like Dalmatian, like best dog ever, obviously. But she passed away. I used a sample of my now wife talking to the dog. She was just saying like, "Oh, baby, so cute," kind of thing. And I sampled that, and that is in quite a lot of the stuff that I've released. But you would never know, because it's like it's buried, and it's also just like I've done lots of stuff to it. I don't know, there's like something about it. It just made me I don't know, there's like a tone on it that I really like, that I put like a few different effects on it, and I've got it sounding like really nice, and it doesn't really sound like speaking anymore. But sometimes it does. Like in some tracks you can kind of hear it, but like on others it's just like well buried, you know. Yeah. I'd say that's like a weird sample that I've used. But yeah. There's this Canadian like deathcore band called Despised Icon, and they're fucking mental, man. They just like, it's like really heavy like breakdowns, really like sludgy guitar, but also like really technical, really like yeah, just really angular music, you know. Like, and they have just like, they'll slow it down and it's just like proper just like grunting. I just love that shit. I think it's so cool. But the guitar work is also really technical, and the drumming I think is the coolest bit. They're just like blast beats, and you're just like, this guy must be having a fucking heart attack behind. But yeah, I love listening to that kind of stuff. I just really like fast music as well. So like anything that's got like loads of energy, like hardcore, like deathcore, like metal, like that kind of stuff I'm into, as well as electronic music. Yeah. So yeah. Best advice I've ever been given is to just, I guess, not really care about, like, we obviously live in a society that monetizes everything we do, and like everything we need to do has to have some kind of like financial aspect to it. But I would say that the best advice I was given is just like to try and remove that as much as possible from your like process or like whatever. You should just be making stuff for the sake of making stuff. I mean, I like making music, I like writing, I like just doing stuff, but it's never for the fact of like, I don't know, I want people to buy it. It's usually just because I want to do it. And I've been lucky at the start, and like a few things have like landed where it's just like, I never really thought that they would be the things that people liked, but they turned out to be like the best things. So I would just say, just try and like remove that whole like mindset from yourself. Like, don't try and think about it in terms of what's going to sell, what's going to be like good. Just if you put enough love and effort into it, I feel like that is the way to be successful. So yeah, someone said that to me once, like, just take money out of the equation, just do it because you love it, and that's what I would say. I reckon probably who I'd have for Prime Minister would probably be Chunky from Manchester. I think it would be funny and nice at the same time. Oh man, like, you know, like scratch and sniff comics, do you ever have them?
Yes, of course, yeah.
So there used to be this one like specific Mr. Bean scratch and sniff comic, and basically it was kind of like, you know, like gross out sort of stuff. So like Mr. Bean, like the cartoon of Mr. Bean would have his like armpit up, and you could scratch his armpit and you could smell his armpit. Oh, that's the smell. Yeah. Scratch and sniff Mr. Bean armpits. I mean, I'm really into birds, so like birding accounts. I like to just go out and like listen for birds and like bird spotting and stuff. I think I like saw a meme the other day. I don't know if it's just given to me because I look at bird stuff, but like it says like every time someone like reaches 30 years old, they get obsessed with like, I think it's either like birding or like mountain climbing or like something else and something else. I'm just like, yeah, mountain climbing, birding. Yeah, I went down a really weird like kind of thing trying to identify like all the different native birds in the UK by their like call alone. Pigeon. Yeah. Pigeons are having a moment right now, and quite rightly so. Like, pigeons have been stepped on for too long, man. I love pigeons. They're really like adaptable. I feel like they've adapted really nicely to our urban environment. We tossed them away after the war and stuff, and like they used to be like messenger pigeons like all over the place, and then people just decided they were vermin all of a sudden, but they're not. They're really cool. They're really intelligent, lovely. It's not really an international word, and it's probably quite controversial to say, but I like the parakeets that flutter around London. I think they make it feel more tropical, and I like that. Bass Resistance. Guy's name is Stas. I think he runs it with a couple other people as well. They're wicked to work with, definitely recommend. We did a party in Berlin, but they've also just gone to South America as well to do some stuff over there. But yeah, wicked. I've played in Edinburgh a couple times. Sneaky Pete's, amazing club, like great venue. Working with a guy called Smith, who is releasing music now as well at the moment. SMIFF. I think he's been out on Madam X's label. A few other bits and bobs. He makes really good music now as well. But yeah, he was really fun to work with. Is it cheating to say XS?
Potentially.
Yeah.